What's up, y'all? How you guys doing? Y'all, I am feeling great. I'm feeling amazing. I want to just come in and I want to give you some updates on my 4-week post-op appointment. Feel great. I am back to work. This was my first full week back to work and everything went amazing. I don't really have much. I just want to kind of keep it going, keep the information going, because a lot of you ladies have been sending me messages saying that you appreciate me sharing my journey and I made you feel comfortable to not worry so much, because I know I worry. And you know what, it's okay to worry because you don't know. It's the unknown. You know, you having a whole organ removed, so you know it's okay to feel like that. But I'm happy that I'm able to ease some of you ladies, you know, minds, and put you at ease, because I know how it feels. So on my 4-week post-op appointment, it was in and out. It wasn't like a rushy thing or nothing like that, but it was to the point. So I got there, I was like, oh my God, I wanted to like do like a nice little vlog situation where I can kind of show you, see all this stuff, but it did not work out like that. It did not work out like that. By the time I realized that I should have been vlogging, she was taking my blood pressure. So I said, you know what, forget it, Kelly, just go ahead and do what you're supposed to do. Let's start from the beginning. So I get to my appointment. As soon as I sit down, they call me. My appointment was at 1:30 and it was on the 8th. So that was May 8th. So yeah, I had my surgery on April 8th. And so it was a 4-week to the date. I got there, sat down, checked in. They called me to the back and asked me how you, before they took my weight. Weight was waiting, you know. I done gained that weight back because I had lost a couple of pounds, y'all. Girl, them pounds is back up. Do you hear me? Back to where it was. Nothing, you know, I didn't gain anymore. I guess because I didn't have an appetite. I wasn't really eating, just drinking water. So, you know, your body's like, hey, we going into the reserve. So that's what that was. And then once the appetite came back, you eat, and then, you know, everything just fluctuates back. So I get my blood pressure taken. What else she do? My weight, that's what it was. Weight was first, and blood pressure. And she asked me, you know, how am I feeling? I had my questions in my phone. And she said, okay, well, you know, hang tight. I want to make sure the doctor, she's doing her rounds and stuff. She's going around. So what I'm going to do is just don't get undressed yet. So I didn't get undressed yet. She came back in and she said, are you taking any medicine? Because she didn't ask the question. I said, no, I'm not taking any medicine. She said, how long do you take your narcotics? I said, just for 2 days, the first day and the second day. And she said, okay. She said, was you taking any medication throughout? Are you still on anything? Do you feel any pains? I said, no, I don't feel any pains, you know, in regards to the incisions itself or anything like that. So we got past that, because then as I'm in there, I'm starting to think, you know what I mean? So the doctor comes in. No, personally, she said get undressed. So I got undressed, and this from waist down. She didn't need me to get undressed all the way. So the doctor really wanted to see my incisions, and she wanted to do an exam. She did a pelvic exam. Yeah, a pelvic exam, and then she went in me, and then she did like that to make sure everything was doing. So I want to show you my scars. I want to show you how I'm healing. Like, your girl is healing. Like, one side you can barely even see it. So I'm gonna be taking this off while we get to that point. So she comes in and she asked me if I had any questions. So I had my notes app out. Let me see. Let me get my questions. I asked her about the gym. She told me she likes to overestimate. She said, I'm sure you probably went online looking. I'm sure you probably heard other people talk about what their physician may have told them or their surgeon told them. She said, yes, 6 weeks, you know, you are good to go. She said, but I like to overestimate, and I like to do 8 weeks. She said, not that, you know, I have experience, she said, but I want to make sure everything is good down there before anything goes on. If it's intercourse, if it's gym, if it's lifting weights, anything, I like to make sure everything is good. So she told me I could go back to the gym in 2 more weeks, which would make it 6 weeks. And she said at 8 weeks, and I can, if I want to lift weights or do anything like that, like the Kegel ball or just lift weights in general, I can do that. That's at 8 weeks. Intercourse, 8 weeks. She was like non-negotiable. I don't have to get a pap smear anymore. I just get a pelvic exam because I don't have a cervix. The pap smear is when you have your cervix, make sure you don't have a cancer and, you know, whatever else. She said, but you can still get a pelvic exam to make sure everything is good on the inside. Meaning, like, you know, just all the things. I asked her, will I go through any of that PMS feeling anymore, like in regards to like tender breasts, you know, bloating or all of that. She said I might go through it, she said, but it will be very, very, very faint. Very, very, very faint. I talked to her about gas pain, like down in the pelvic area. And she said, since my uterus was so big, like she said, she was like, it was so big for your body. She was like, you know, again, I think she said I was like 14, 15 weeks size of I was pregnant. She said, when you remove the uterus, the intestines come down naturally. She said, so your intestines are like, they're like free flowing now. She said, how was your, you know, your bathroom moments? I said, they're great. And she said, yeah, she's like, now your intestines is, everything's, I can't even get it out. Everything is able to move freely without being, you know, backed up or just being combined. Whatever, you get what I'm trying to say. I'm pushing here. So that was pretty much the questions that I had. I didn't have anything, you know, else to ask, because I was asking her throughout our portal where we were sending messages that when it came up. And she was telling me if I do experience like constipation, something like that, she said try Colace. I was telling her, like, you know, Miralax ain't doing nothing for nobody but pissing them off, okay? So she was like, go to do that. So I haven't, you know, picked up things. Everything's been fine in that department, so I've been good. But I would say my body feels good. I do feel a little bit lighter, if you will. And she said she said it might be just an illusion. She said, but if you do, she can understand. She said, because the uterus was definitely so big. But my 4-week appointment went really, really well. I can't wait to share with you guys. Like maybe I'll do a 3-month. Let me know in the comments if you want to hear about 3 months, or if you just want me to wait 6 months just to see how my body is feeling and what's going on. Because, you know, she said I might not feel any PMS symptoms. I want to see what it feels like, you know, because right now my period is supposed to be on. So I don't even miss it, y'all. I ain't even trying to grab for no pads. I'm not like, oh my God, I'm happy. I am happy. I tell you. And I also feel like my spirits is different. I feel good, you know. And she said it's probably because you don't realize when you're in pain, you're bleeding, and the anxiety of it, she said it can just mess your whole mood up. She said, and by you knowing you don't have that issue no more, you know, you're feeling good. She said, and your estrogen levels are probably going to go up. She just mentioned so many different things. She was like, because, you know, your body's not fighting with them fibroids. It's not fighting, you know. But yeah, y'all. And it's so funny, I got so much pictures of my uterus and pictures of my fibroids. My fibroids on the outside of my uterus was so big they couldn't even fit in the screen. I'm gonna try, if I can insert, I will try to insert a few to see how my uterus was looking. If I get them in, I get them in. If I don't beat me. But yes, y'all, I feel good. And I want to say to all the ladies who's getting theirs done, you got this. Keep me posted, keep me in the know, put it in the comments so I can come in and chime. And we got this, ladies. We got this. Thank you guys for being so supportive, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye, y'all.